Hope I'm audible. Okay, let me start. So hello everyone. Myself Varun, and I'm from Flipkart, where I'm working with CPG organization. Uh, in this today's talk, we'll be discussing about a very interesting problem that we faced while working with HBase. And in this, while working with HBase in a backup system, we face this issue. So we'll first go through, and first let's understand the title of the talk, which talks about hunting a scale-dependent deadlock in HBase. Why we call it a scale-dependent, why is it a deadlock? We'll first understand the basics of it, then we'll go into the problem and the solutions. So first let's go through what we mean by scale at Flipkart. So when we are talking about scale, at Flipkart in last BBD we hit about 13 million QPS in HBase. So to support that, we follow multi-tenancy model, in which we have 8 core clusters, within which we have more than 250 tenants. And in a single core cluster, we are managing more than 500 nodes. And in total, we have more than 1.5 petabytes of actual user data. It is KTS native. We have our own HBase operator, which is also open sourced. You can go and check it out. And we have multi-DC hybrid cloud, where we are in our own managed Flipkart cloud, and along with, is it not running? And along with it, we are also on GCP. So now let's understand that when we talk about 500 plus nodes, if there is any operation that is going to happen at a cluster level, it will be costly, right? So how to handle that, how to debug those cases, that's where we are interested. So let's first jump into basics first. What is HBase? HBase is a wide columnar key value data store, and in which it has major components as HMaster, Zookeeper, and region server. HMaster is the cluster manager for HBase, which is responsible for coordinations, meta assignments, and Zookeeper is the cluster level coordinator, which is also used for leader elections and multiple other things. While the region servers are the worker node of the database, which also hosts the regions of the table. Regions are the shard, which are the pseudo shard for the data. In the right path of the HBase, there is a concept of wall. Let's first understand also that. So walls are the write ahead log, which are managed for durability within the HBase. So a wall is an append only file. When a write comes, it first goes to the write ahead log wall, which is maintained at disk level. And then there is another concept of mem store, which is in memory. So walls are maintained for durability, so that if in-memory data store goes down, then walls can be used for replaying the logs, and we don't lose the data. As we talked about earlier, that we have region server. So what is the relation between region server and wall? Each region server holds single wall. A region server can have multiple tables, multiple regions, but it will have only one wall respective to each region servers. What do we mean by, so there is a concept of log role within the HBase. When wall is there, wall takes in the active writes, and based on certain threshold, it goes to the old path, and this going of the active walls to the old wall is called log roll. And this is the life cycle which is mentioned the downside of the slide, where we are saying that a wall is active when it is accepting the region servers, when it is accepting the writes. Then after certain threshold, based on certain threshold, it gets rolled and it goes into the immutable part, where it goes to the old walls. These old walls are maintained or discarded based on their use cases. If old walls are used in backup path, replication, and multiple other things, if those are needed, then these will be retained, otherwise these will be discarded. So why are we talking about backup? Why we are talking about all those things? Because the issue that we are going to discuss is in these paths that we faced. So the next question is, why backup needs these log roles? Why is it needed? Because backup is a procedure which takes your data backup at some other location, and you are safe if in case of disaster, right? So when you're taking the backup, you can't take the backup from the active path, which is already a file. Let's suppose if you have a file and you are going to back up that file, you can't back it up if it is accepting the writes. So you will not have the checkpoint that up to which point we have taken the writes. because that is still a file. So for that, it uses the concept of wall roll. It rolls all the wall files. When becomes immutable in old walls, then it takes a backup, while the new wall files that has come up are not the concern of the backup path. And that's where it maintains the checkpointing. So in the here we have mentioned that the this roll log happen via there is a concept of procedure. Procedure is a stateful multi-step distributed task within the HBase, and it happens via the concept of barrier. Barrier you can understand as the lock system, which it uses across the region servers. It puts the lock on the region servers. It tells, okay, up to this point, take the role, and from that barrier lock point, it will take the backup. So that's where we have mentioned the this life cycle of the role log. Now, let's jump into the problem statement. So these are the concepts that we need first to understand what is the issue that we faced. As we mentioned that in the backup, we were doing the log roll procedure, right? Log roll happens when we are saying that we are going to take the backup. Data is available on all the region servers, wherever the table is residing. So it rolls all the walls of all the region servers, right? And that's where we faced the issue. When the log roll was happening during the backup, it was timing out. It was saying that, okay, there is some issue, I'm timing it out, and then I will not proceed with the backup. The interesting thing with this issue was we tested backup. It was working. It was working on lower environments where we have only 10 nodes. Where we had only 20 nodes, it was working. But why it started failing on pre-prod environment where we have had more than 50 nodes? So that's where our intrigue, that is what we intrigued our attention there, right? So the first problem, if we are scaling the setup to have the backup and it starts failing, the first thing that comes to mind that, okay, it is possible that now we have more than 50 nodes, it is possible that few nodes are slow. Then that could cause the issue, right? But was it the issue? Then when we checked the logs, and here you can see that it was mentioning separate stages, right? Row log, it acquired and reached. These are the lock stage, barrier stages that we were earlier talking about. We checked that for each different runs, it was failing for different data nodes. For some run it failed for DN18, for another it failed for DN32, for another it failed for DN7. So it rules out the issue that there could be a slow node. So if it is not slow node, then what? Then second hypothesis that came to our mind, that is, it is possible that if a single node is not the issue, it is possible that because it is doing the procedure or working on a task across all the nodes, it is possible that the time is not sufficient. Although it should not be the case because all roll is an instant thing to do, right? Then that was our second hypothesis. Let's increase the timeout. The default timeout is 1 minute. We increased it to 5 minutes, 2 minutes, but that too did not work for us. And so there is one learning that we have mentioned here, that in HBase it provides a -d flag to pass the configuration by JVM. So we thought, okay, when we are running the backup, just let's pass through that. But it was not working. It was not honoring that value because the configuration that we are passing, it's going to the local JVM, which was the backup client, not the HMaster or not the region servers, which were actually executing the tasks. So that's why it was not honoring that configurations. Even when we change these configuration to HBase site.xml, which is the using which HMaster and region server could honor that configuration, even then it was failing. So then the part was that, okay, what is happening now? If it is not slow node, if it is not failing because of the timeout, because of the slowness across the cluster, then what is it? Then we started putting the debug logs into the cluster. We deployed our own custom image and we tried to follow the logs. The first thing we saw in HMaster logs, or the main service which executes these tasks, that, okay, it was telling that the task was getting, because these are the queue, all the tasks gets executed in a queue. So it was telling that the queue time that it spent was 0, but the processing time was still high. So what does it tell us? It tells us that the system in itself is not slow, because it is not spending time in queue. It is spending time in own execution. That means that the the particular task in itself is slow, right? So what to do next? Then we checked region server logs. If region server logs are the main, as we told, worker nodes which executes the rolling of the walls. That's where the interesting logs that you can see came up. That it is telling us that the rolling of the wall actually succeeded. It is telling us roll the walls, archiving and archival completed. If it has completed the roll, why is it telling us that it failed? So if you check that it was actually after rolling the balls, it was falling silent and it was not printing anything. So now what this part tells us? This part tells us that, okay, the thread that is executing this specific task is not slow. It is not doing the task slowly. No, it is blocked altogether. That's where it took a silence of 1 minute, and after a 1 minute silence, something timed out, and then it printed another logs. So that's where we found out we made few observations that wall roll was happening. It was giving us a 60 minute of frozen time. So that's where we have to check further that what is it actually that is where it is getting stuck. So then we went deep inside the code itself, and that's where we found few more things. That in the log roll procedure, the task execution that it executes, it talks to few other, after the rolling of the walls, it does some other operations, which is updating a specific table. That table is backup system table. And while updating that table, it was again doing a call, which is, if you check at the last admin.list name descriptor, that is a synchronous call, right? Why we are saying it is a synchronous call and why does it matter? We will come to that part. And that was another concern for us. Okay, if we are in a path where it is taking the lock, why is it making a synchronous call again? So that's where we have to check more. Then we checked again the hmaster log, and it was telling few more things. If you see here, that it was telling that it is dropping the timed out call at the hmaster side, and it was the same operation where it was failing. That is the list name descriptor part. So then, okay, if it is failing, if it is getting stuck, what to do next? The best part is taking the thread dump. But if we take the thread dump at a single timestamp, would it tell us anything? It would tell us that, okay, this specific thread is waiting on something. So but that would not tell us that it is a deadlock. So how to identify a deadlock? If it is locking for 1 minute, how to identify? For that, to prove that part, what we did, we took 5 different thread dumps at interval of 5 seconds. If all the thread dumps tell us that single thread is waiting at the same operation, that means it is not that it was waiting slowly on something. No, it was blocked altogether, right? And that's where it proved us that, okay, this particular thread, wherever it was failing, it was telling us that, okay, in all the thread dumps, it was giving us the same thing, that it is waiting on the same operation on all the thread dumps. So that's where we checked that part, right? One more thing that we checked at hmaster side, the main service which starts the execution of these tasks, there also we checked that it was waiting again on something, and here it printed an interesting part. It was showing us a queue part and a handler. It tells us the numerical identity of queue and the thread, right? And when we checked the operation, the earlier operation that it was waiting, that operation was also waiting on the same thread. So what does it tell us? It tells us that there is a deadlock where hmaster is telling, the main service is telling the worker node to execute something, and it is executing. While executing the task, it is again talking to the main service to execute some other operation, and it is coming back on the same queue. So that's where we found that, okay, there is a deadlock where it is failing. And it was not failing for connecting with the table that we earlier saw. It was failing to execute a single operation that was list name descriptor, right? But the next question that came to our mind, why should it not happen on lower scale? If it is happening on 50 plus data node, the same thing can happen on 10 data nodes as well, right? Why it is not happening? So why does the scale matter here? Scale matters because it is about how many threads you are allocating on how many, based on how many worker nodes on which you are going to execute the task. So it's about the same thing. If you have multiple, if you have n number of threads where you have, while you are going to execute the operation, or m number of worker nodes where m is less than n, then obviously it will have few free nodes, and the next operation that can come, it can be scheduled on the free threads. While if you have m more than n, then obviously there will be some threads that will be going on the same queue, and it will get deadlocked. So that's where deadlock operation came, and that's where scale mattered for us. Then how to solve that? To solve that, first we have to ask that wherever it is getting stuck, why even is that part needed? So that part, log roll part that we are talking about earlier, now I will give a bit context on the HBase specific part. In the backup path, when we saw that in backup, HBase is doing the log roll, it was doing across all the region server, right? And it was taking the log on everything. While doing that, it was checking a backup system table where it was updating its checkpoint. As I told, right, backup needs a checkpoint to take the data from that specific point, right? So that point was getting updated on a specific table. Before updating that table, it was checking whether that table exists or not, whether that namespace exists or not. But is it needed? So we checked that it was actually not needed in the backup path, because when the backup starts, and the first part itself, it checks and validates several other things using which it can have the validation that okay, that namespace and table exist, and it was not, that particular check was not needed at all. So we just removed that, and that fixed our issue. We just removed and made it an optional thing to check the system table, to check those namespace and tables. As soon as we did that, we deployed, we checked, and our deadlock resolved, and we were able to fix and get everything within less than 100 or 200 ms. So from all that debugging or all that operations that we did, what are the learnings? The basic learning that every distributed system person can take, that never make a synchronous callback in the global locks. When you have the global barriers, when you are saying that, okay, I am going to execute something at the cluster level, which is a global operation, never make a synchronous callback, because it can get stuck on the same lock where you are going. Second, the best thing is the scale always exposes your hidden bugs, hidden race conditions. So always good to test before going production, always good to test something on a pre-production environment where you have the same setup, same setup as the production. Third thing is multi-instance thread dumps are the proof, not the single thread dump. If you are taking a thread dump at one time, it will always tell you that okay, your thread is waiting on something, but did it wait for a long time? Did it wait just for that specific time duration when you took the thread dump? So to prove your deadlocks, to prove your slowness, you have to take the multiple instances of thread dumps. That's where it will prove that okay, your threads are waiting on the same thing, even in multiple instances. So that's it from my end. Thank you for all for the listening. If you have any questions, please.
So this was more of a circular dependency kind of problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, is this something inherently in the implementation of HBase itself, or is it something very specific to Flipkart's use case where you have, who does the source code of this entire functionality belongs to?
Yeah, the entire functionality belongs to HBase only, and that's where we are going to whatever the fix that we have done, right? We are going to contribute there. Yeah. Because the backup path is not specific to HBase, Flipkart, right? Yeah.
And the call of the roll log happening, like the call to the the worker node, it could be asynchronous itself, right? Where it doesn't have to be synchronous as you already.
No, the call to log role is asynchronous already, because the hmaster, because the backup client comes and tells the hmaster I need to roll the log, and after that it takes the barrier, it takes the log across the region server, and then in the backend it keeps happening the roll log, right? But unless it in the backup path, it is not, it is in sync. In backup path it is in sync, but in general it is not blocking any other operation, so it is any other operation background happening. Yeah. Any other question? Okay. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you. A huge round of applause for Varun. That was an amazing presentation.